Hello, everybody. This is part one in my new series, Back to the Basics in My Planner. So I think I labeled it Planner, Back to the Basics, something like that. And this number one is getting back to the productivity systems that I know work for me. July was a hot mess, and I'll link to that video below if you're interested in seeing my wrap up of One Book July and just what went wrong with July for me. And one of them was not using my systems. I got into this planner that was kind of foreign to me and the way it was set up, and I fell off my systems. So I have this that I've made into a notebook with some old Happy Planner supplies, old covers and things that I've made into my productivity notebook with all of my systems in here. And I'll show you that in just a second. And then I had some big Happy Planner supplies, and I put this together just for the next until the end of the year. And I may add some things to it as we go along, and that'll be a different video. But I blame it on Stephanie at Autism Mom Plans and Rebecca at Rebecca's Roadmap, because they both had gone to the Big Happy Planners, and I looked at them and thought, 8.5 by 11, it's just going to sit on my desk anyway, and I can make my own printables so easily for that. Yeah, that's what I said. So that's how this happened. This is my overall planner. I still have something I carry in my wallet just to mark down if, or made into my wallet, I should say, just to mark down on the monthly calendars what I need to know when I'm out and about. So if I'm scheduling appointments or my daughter's telling me, could I watch the kids a certain date, I can look in there and know. So that's part of my system too, but I'm not showing that today. Okay, so let's get into this notebook that I put together. In the front is my GTD workflow, Getting Things Done by David Allen. And I had been going, oh, I know how the workflow is. I know how to do a weekly review. But I hadn't been gathering all of my stuff each time. I had been leaving piles of stuff all over the place. And really, no, that's not how this works. And I need to get my filing done more often. That's part of following through on all of this. And my 2-minute tasks, just doing them, that's part of following through. And that's part of the Getting Things Done workflow. So that is right in the front. Then I have my inbox brain dump. So this is kind of, I wrote things down as the week went along, and I date these pages so I know when did I start this, when did I check them off that they were accomplished or put into another system, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then I'll date this page. So each time I start a new page, I want to date it and know how much am I brain dumping during a week, or how often am I doing that, okay? So the next section is priorities. I've got my brain dump inbox. I've got my physical inbox. I have my email, any receipts I pulled out of my purse, which hopefully those are in the physical inbox. I have my planner to see what didn't get accomplished last week. I have loose papers that I've gathered all over the place. I have all of this that I gather up as I do my weekly review. Then I'm going to say, does something need to be done? No. Garbage, someday maybe list. If it's just a thought, then put it on the someday maybe list. If it has reference material to it, make a file folder for it and put it on the someday maybe list. If it's just reference, then file that away in your reference section with the title of that folder that hopefully makes sense so you can find it again when you need to reference it. Yes, something needs to be done about it. Is it simple? Yes. Then I'm going to put it on this priority quad that I'll show you in a moment. If it's less than 2 minutes, I'm just going to do it. If it's something I can't do, won't do, have no time to do, I'm going to delegate it. If it's more than 2 minutes, I'm going to schedule it. If it is, no, it's not simple, then it's going to go on project pages. And again, the tasks from those project pages are going to go into this priority quad I'm getting ready to show you. So hopefully that makes sense. You should really get the Getting Things Done book by David Allen if you've never read it. It's awesome. Then I'm going to come to this priority section, and you'll see here I have made a quadrant. And this is very Stephen Covey. And I'll link to his book too, his 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, I think it's called. Okay, but this is like a Stephen Covey thing to figure out what's important and urgent, all right? So this column is urgent. This column is not urgent. This is important. This is not important. So you can see down here, this is not important, but it is urgent or time bound. It's something I need to get done quickly, but it's not really that important. This is not urgent, but it is important. And this would be then not important, not urgent. Okay, you can see I've crossed through all of these things that I've gathered from all of my different systems and put into this quadrant during my weekly review because I put them in my planner. Let me show you how I did that. Here is my planner, and here's how I set up the month. And normally I would have this in here, but it makes a lot of noise when I take it out, so I didn't want to do that to you. These are my most important things for the month. These are things I am reading or listening to in the car for this month. These are the content, either blog posts or videos, whatever. This is the content I want to get up each of these days, have go live. And then I have some notes. This is the last day of my daughter's summer semester, and I've been watching my grandchildren because I really want her to get her degree. I really want to support her in that. And this is the first day of school for my older 2 grandchildren. This is the first day back for the fall semester for my daughter. So you can see this is my last day to watch grandchildren for a while. And then when I start back up here, I will just primarily be watching the younger 2 who are 19 months. I have to do the math, 19 or 20 months and 6 months right now. I think it's 19 months and 6 months right now. It's been really nice having a closer relationship with them, spending time with them at least 4 days a week. Okay, so that's what's going on here. And I've got anniversaries, birthdays, all of those kinds of things I don't want to forget, of course, are in here for the month. So as I'm doing this quadrant, that's one of the places I pulled from. I looked at the content for next week and knew that I needed to put those on my schedule for this week if I'm going to have them ready to go next week. And then so on. This is last week. You see I checked off quite a bit of stuff. I made some little notes because this is my first Thursday night. It was my first good night of sleep. Oh, it was a long time coming, and I felt much better Friday. I made a note that my 3 videos were all scheduled and up. Yay! I did not get my blog post on. There are some things here that I've got little arrows next to that I didn't accomplish. What I did, this is new, it's down here in this section. I'm putting tasks that are undone, and I'm writing them all out here. So again, they need to go in that quadrant. I need to know that they have to be placed on next week. Then this is all that stuff from that quadrant and how I placed it in my planner for this week. So I themed my days as far as work goes, working on my business. So this is my edit upload day. This is my writing big projects day. This is my admin learning day. There's a lot of admin stuff that I like to put off as long as I can, so I have to write it in here. This is my day to create. This is Friday is my create day also, and also a catch-up day. There's things I still need to get done from any of these other days. Saturday is my filming day, and Sunday is my planning and, again, writing day. I need to catch up with some blog post stuff, and I also, on this admin day, I tweak. I've got down here that I want to work on my old thumbnails and my pictures on my blog and improve them now that I know how to do that. Okay? And these are some phone calls sitting at the computer, quick things. Not less than 2 minutes, but fairly quick things. And so I know that I just put them all down here and try to get them all done in one fell swoop. If I try to schedule them out, it's just kind of interrupting my workflow to try to get these done. It's so much easier if I just do them all at once. My grandchildren are spending the night, the oldest 2, because this is their last hurrah before they go back to school the following Monday. So this is probably the last night they'll spend the night before school starts. This is my most important tasks for the week. This is the content that's going to go up these 3 days. All of this is from this quadrant that I did, the kind of priority quadrant, I'm calling it. And I also pulled from the project sheet into that quadrant, but that's for the next video. I'm going to show you all of the sections in this planner and how they work to keep all of this going. So that's video number 2, is all of the sections that I've set up in this planner that are important to me and keep my life on track. I will link below to, like I said, the video for July, wrapping up July. I will link below to how you can get the Getting Things Done book by David Allen, the 12-Week Year by, I can't think of his name right now, and the Stephen Covey Habits of Highly Effective People. And I will also link to Rebecca's Roadmap her video with setting up the Big Happy Planner, and Autism Mom Plans her video setting up the Big Happy Planner, because it's all their fault that I'm working in such a big planner. I am liking it though. I am liking it so far. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this first in the series and how I'm getting back to my systems and becoming a lot more productive again. Just pretending like July didn't happen. I think that might be for the best. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so much for watching, and happy planning.